What's up guys, Jared with Jared's Drone Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by. Every Tuesday I'm going to drop a quick and short video for you talking all things drones, and today we're going to talk about what you recreational folks have to do to be legal in the sky. Stay tuned. What's up guys, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk about something called the T.R.U.S.T test. It's a test that recreational pilots have to take to be legal in the sky, and we're going to touch on why it's important, what you're going to see on the test. So as I mentioned in my last video, commercial pilots have to take a test to make money with their drones. Well, now across the board, everybody, even if you're flying drones for fun, are going to have to take a test. Now the test for recreational pilots, much simpler. It's more of a quiz than anything. I went through it myself, and I'm going to give you the info you need to take it and just enlighten you a little bit on it. So it's called the T.R.U.S.T test. If you just Google T.R.U.S.T FAA drone, you're going to find the test and all the information about it. But T.R.U.S.T stands for the Recreational Unmanned Aircraft Safety System Test. Basically, they are testing people on how to be safe in the sky. They're going to show you the basic rules and regulations. They're going to test you on, how high you can fly, where you can fly, and where you cannot fly, and things of that nature. And so I actually went through the test just a few days ago myself to see what it was all about, because it is a brand new testing system that the FAA rolled out this last year. And guys, the reason this thing is important, and I actually advocate for it, because it's very important that when we put a bird in the sky, that we're safe and we understand the gravity of what we're doing, because when we eject into the sky with our drones, now we're mixing into the airspace, and it's a different type of traffic. Much like we have traffic laws on the ground, there are traffic laws in the air that we need to abide by to keep our people safe, keep pilots safe, keep drone operators safe, keep people on the ground safe. And the FAA has done a very good job about integrating drones into the airspace through different rules and regulations and education. And so essentially this test is educating people. That's really all they're trying to do, is get people to be aware that it's a very, very important thing to know the rules and regs when jumping into the sky with your drone. So what is on the test? Well, the most very basic information. I went through it. There's 4 different sections, and at the end of each section you have a 6 to 7 question quiz. And the thing about this, guys, is you can't fail it. It's multiple choice, and you go through your different PowerPoint slides, and then you take your quiz. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty easy because it's multiple choice. If you fail one, you get to redo that question again until you get it right. They make it to where you cannot fail. So it's super simple, but I encourage you guys to take your time with it and learn these rules and regulations, because you don't want to commit a crime. Because when you go into the airspace, that's federal airspace, that's a federal crime if you commit some kind of infraction with the rules and regulations. So that's why it's really important for you to know these things. So what is on this test, okay? I'll put up a few screenshots for you, but essentially it was things like, how high can you fly? 400 feet. Don't go any higher than that. There are some exceptions if you're a Part 107 pilot, but if you're recreational, 400 feet is as high as you can go. And there's a reason for that. They don't want you mixing up with the air traffic above that, where there's a lot more traffic of planes and things. You can't fly over certain areas. You can't fly over sporting events. You can't fly near airports. There are just certain places you cannot fly, and there are certain places you can fly. And then there are certain places that are controlled, what we call controlled airspace. And you can get approval through the FAA and your local airport to fly in controlled airspace. So every time I'm out flying in Stillwater, not only do I have to have my pilot's license, but I also have a waiver of authorization to allow me to fly in this controlled airspace. And there's still some areas near the airport that nobody can fly. And so that is some of the basic information that you learn on this quiz. And it's really important to learn it. Like I mentioned before, it keeps our skies safe. And if we do a good job as a drone community, keeping the skies safe and showing that the drone industry is a safe industry, it's going to continue to proliferate the drone industry. It is the most rapidly growing transportation industry there is. And we're going to see more and more drones in the sky, and we're going to see more community acceptance of that if people are following the guidelines accordingly. And so that's why I advocate for this test for everybody, because it's a simple education tip to give everybody out there when they do fly a drone. So it's super simple. All you got to do is Google FAA T.R.U.S.T test, and the FAA will bring up the website, and they have about 20 different contractors online that offer the test. Pick one of them. They all offer the same test. You'll sign up with your email address and some basic information, and the test is going to take you about 30 minutes. It took me about 15, but I had a really good base knowledge when I took it, and so I kind of knew everything on it already. But for you, if you've never taken any kind of test like this with the FAA, it's going to take you about a half hour. So do your due diligence, sit down and really understand what's on it, because it's really important. After you take that test, make sure you download your certificate, because it is law now that when you go fly as a recreational pilot, you have to have that certificate on you, just in case there's anybody, law enforcement or FAA official, that wants to, verify that you've taken your test. So carry that certificate on you. I carry mine on me every single time I fly. Go ahead and do it. It's just a safe practice to get in the habit of. And so that is the T.R.U.S.T test, guys. That's what's on it. That's why it's important, and that's why I advocate for it. So if you have any questions for me, drop a comment below, message me, shoot me an email, however you want to get a hold of me. I'd love to hear from you. I do appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next week for Drone Talk Tuesday. It is hot. I'm sweating. I'm gonna have to get some new deodorant. Shake it off. Shake it off. You got this. Shake it off. Shake it off. You got this. You got this. Check my bird feeder here. Yeah, we're full. Cardinals are doing good.